Hello again, folks. It's a little breezy out here. I'm going to clean up this tree that I took down last night in that staged video. Yeah, the whole point of that video was to point out you do need to have some sort of emergency equipment with you at all times. You never know when it could come in handy, or you could be helping out a neighbor just down the street. You know, they could have just slipped the wheel off the edge of the road, and your van like this is strong enough to pull it. I'd recommend having a trailer hitch to pull with. But instead of that special custom bumper. But anyway, so time to get to work. Yeah, cut that all up and mostly indicated half battery charge. So yeah, I cut it up into 4-foot lengths to, the reprocess later. So now to get the brush cleaned up, chipped up, and out of the way. The reason why, I pulled it, shove it in a little bit, pull it back. The motor was starting to stall out, and if we don't pull it back in time, the motor will snuff out. And then you may have to take the chute off, like you did in my long-term review video, to get it unstuck. And that's why, that's another reason why I do that. And the curve of these pine branches don't let itself feed, but when they're really straight and don't have many little side twigs, it sucks right through. Got that tree cleaned up, loaded up. Yeah, that biggest wood is big enough for the sawmill. Could get some 2x4s or 1x4s, or a couple of 1x4s off the side and 1x6s, but it just was too short in length to bother, and it had quite a bit of curve to it, which effectively makes the log a lot smaller. So go get this hauled up, and the unpleasant task of starting to drag that chipper, cut few hundred feet into the woods again. Or what I prefer to do is start on one spot, like here, do a job, pull it up to there, chip there, and slowly work my way through the woods, walk it through the woods, and I have to haul it 200, 300, 400, 500, 600 feet. And that's the other reason why I want to get one with a towable model, at least behind a lawn tractor, so it's a lot easier to move. As that's the biggest pain of this, is having to pull it around everywhere instead of just loading up all my wood cutting gear on a lawn tractor, or have like a special storage box, on the back of it. And then have maybe build a custom extended tow bar for like a DR or something. I'm just picking DR as an example. Make my own custom extended tow bar to have room for the storage box, and pull it around that way. And that would save me a lot of trouble of having to take the gear out, drag the chipper out, do all that work. Or I end up doing what I'm going to do now, is wait till I have a lot of chipping to do, and then just work my way through the woods. It's a terrible idea to haul pine firewood in the van, in your vehicle. So that's the end of that. Unless it's small cut up pieces, I'm not putting the logs in. I'm gonna probably rent excavator with the thumb claw instead of the backhoe. The backhoe would be better with the bucket for doing, the big heavy work when I go to grade this out. But the excavator has what they call a backfill blade to do some fine grading and pushing the dirt back in. So it's kind of like a mini bulldozer is what it is. Yeah, so now to get this brush cleaned up here, and I gotta conserve the battery charge. I'm down to maybe a battery, the big battery, and the half a small battery. So yeah, I'm not going to cut these logs up in half and load them, because I just don't want the bark in there. So I'll take care of those logs, pick them up with that thumb claw, and just carry them back there one by one. It'll take a while, but a lot easier than trying to clean the mess out of the van. Besides, I'm going to have it here anyway, so might as well make use of it. It's another reason why I'm chipping up the brush. And using it as mulch for erosion control, where I've been driving in and out and starting to wear through, pretty much worn through the grass here. There wasn't much grass here to begin with, but what was here is pretty much worn through, so this will help with erosion control, yeah, and make it less muddy. That's another reason to chip, is just for that, make muddy areas less muddy on the surface when it rains. We know this is sand, it'll still get muddy for a while, and then it dries up in short order, but having some mulch always helps till you can get some stone down. Got this part of the driveway mulched in even nicer. I did that pile, did the pile that was there. Total, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 trees. That's 7 trees worth of brush on this tank of gas. I'm only down to maybe, you know, here, less than half, maybe getting close to half a tank used. But then I refilled it in the middle of the last chipper video, and it's still chipping. This thing barely uses any fuel, so that's a good thing. Don't have to run to the gas station as much. Now maybe take a short break before I start getting the rest of this firewood picked up. And these logs, I'm going to leave them for the excavator, which I'm probably going to get the excavator with the thumb claw and just pick them up and drag them off. Well, it didn't get as much done as I wanted to. I wanted to get the logs moved out, but I got the driveway mulched in really nice. You know, just from spreading out the chips, it got to go somewhere, so I figured, well, spread them out, you know, to keep mud down. And most of that, pretty much all that's frozen to the ground except that log, so that's why that didn't get moved. So otherwise I would have moved all that firewood. Maybe moved not quite a face cord of wood today, but at least I got that much done. And I left those logs there. I just didn't feel like I hurt my back. I already pulled the muscle, so that's it for this weekend. Be back in 2 weeks with a very special video. To give you a hint, it involves light to medium heavy duty equipment. Yeah, light heavy duty. Yeah, so we're talking, you know, backhoe or an excavator, but I'm leaning towards excavator for what I need to do. So that'll be an exciting video. I'll probably have a couple of days worth of footage of that, because I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of projects here that needs a piece of equipment like that. So yeah, that's going to be a fun time. I'll have a whole 2 days to use it, so it's going to be fun. Never operated one before, so I'll take a few lessons when I pick it up on how to operate the basics of the controls, and I'll show you how that all works out. I'll have some in-cab shots, you know, all kinds of different camera angles. So that's going to be a fun shoot. So that's a preview. That's the preview of the next video. So until next time, take care. Give the video a thumbs up or thumbs down. Doesn't matter. If you don't like it, you know, say, hey, you know, this one sucked for this reason. Hey, cool, you know, I'm a big boy, I can take it. Or if you like it, you know, it doesn't hurt to stroke the ego. But anyway, subscribe for more. Almost at 200 subscribers, at 197 at last check. So as soon as they hit 200, I'll work on the subscriber and Facebook drawing. One of my Facebook fans that's on my forestry, welding and other stuff page, and 9 from my subscribers list here. And to remember, to be eligible for that, you need to have your subscriptions public so I can tell that you're a subscriber. Otherwise, if you comment and you're not on the subscribers list because it's not public, I'm sorry, but you know, there's nothing I can do there. So that's it. Until the excavator or backhoe video.